Yo, what's up guys? This is gonna be my loot from 1000 of these Feline Akhs. I think that's how you say it, Akhs, A-K-H. And the reason I'm doing these first is because these are the highest Slayer level monster that I can kill. I'm currently level 107 Slayer, and these creatures require 100 Slayer in order to kill. So starting with this monster, I think I'm going to go and kill 500 of every single of the other ones that I can actually kill. So expect to see a few of these loot videos over the next few days. But anyway, first impressions of this monster is it actually has a couple of cool little abilities. The first one is this thing here, Corrupted. It says damage dealt and damage taken is increased by 1% per stack. And I think it's capped at 25% because it hasn't increased in a while. So what does that mean? Basically, I'm going to be taking 25% more damage. However, I'm also going to be dealing 25% more damage. And honestly, these monsters are quite easy to tank with my levels and gear. I can usually tank around 2 to 3 at once quite easily without dying. So that 25% more damage taken isn't really going to do much, but the 25% more damage that I do to them is obviously going to help because it helps me kill them quicker. And I literally just realized, if you scroll up here, it says, your luck of the dwarf shines more brightly, and I was wondering what I got that for. And I just looked at my inventory and I just see this, key to the crossing. I'm pretty sure that's the key to the Slayer boss that's supposed to get released soon. I think it's supposed to get released 2 weeks after Menaphos is out. And what does it say again? It says, this key unlocks the first gate, the crossing between Gillinor and the Underworld. And currently going for 350k in the GE. I'm not sure if that's actually the price. Might actually go and try sell this. I have no idea how rare this is. I haven't actually heard of this key. But if it is quite rare, then I guess it's a decent start to this loot series that I'm going to be doing. And also earlier on, I completely forgot to mention the Feline's second ability, which was they start asking for help whenever they're about to die, and that basically alerts all of the other guys. So then the other felines around you will start attacking you if the bar gets filled. But if you kill it before the bar gets filled, then they won't alert anyone. So if you're going to come here and you don't think that you can tank more than one, then you better kill him before that bar gets filled up. Also, we got an elite clue scroll earlier on within like 100 kills, so that's pretty nice. You get these kills pretty quickly. So around 200 kills later, don't really know how much I've made so far, because in case you don't know, in the Slayer Dungeon you have all the options of your drops going into a chest, and then you can go loot that chest whenever you want. So whenever I get a kill on one of these felines, you'll see in the bottom left you received like a water talisman, for example, and then that would go straight to the chest. So I don't really hold anything in my inventory, so I can just have my inventory full of my supplies. And also it's great because I don't have to run around the whole place like picking everything up after I've killed everything. However, I think if you leave the option on, like for stuff to actually drop on the floor, then you have a 20% chance of that loot being doubled. But honestly, I'd like take the non-hassle of having to pick everything up over that any day. I really enjoy this mechanic where it picks everything up for you. And yeah, like I said, I have no idea how much money I've made so far. But judging from what we've been getting, I don't think I've made that much at all. I think the majority of the money is going to be in coins and with this key of the crossing if it is 350k. I've heard from a few people that they've gotten a few on task, so it's not really that rare. And also I forgot to mention, considering that it takes one of these feathers every time you kill a monster, and with those feathers being worth 1500 GP each, then I'm probably not going to make a lot of profit here. But then again, by the end of this, I mean, it wouldn't have taken that much time, maybe a couple of hours to get these 500 kills. I just really hope it's like nothing terrible, like 100k profit, because then it will kind of be like gemstone dragons all over again. I don't expect them to be like insane money, but at least like decent money. But I guess we're just going to have to wait until we get all these kills before we check on that chest. Also, I forgot to mention that the XP per hour here isn't really that great. On the right hand side, you can see 175k attack XP an hour and around 57k HP XP an hour. And just remember, that doesn't include Slayer XP at all. I have no idea how good the Slayer XP is here. I assume it's going to be scaled a little bit better than the attack XP and HP XP, considering it takes 107 Slayer in order to kill it. I've heard some of the XP rates here are pretty decent, so I'm just going to assume that this one is pretty decent for a Slayer as well. Just finished that 500th kill, and we're about to look at our treasure. Look, you can get it from this giant treasure chest down here. So let's open it and see what we got. We got 2.1 mil. That's actually a lot more than I thought it was. So I guess that isn't too bad. I mean, I spent 750k on the feathers in order to kill them. So if we take that away, that's like, what, 1.4 mil-ish? Obviously, I used a few supplies, maybe worth like 400k, so let's just take that off, and then we're left with like 1 mil profit. I know, also we got this key to the crossing as well, so yeah, like 1.3, 1.4 mil, and it took around 1.5 to 2 hours of doing something in between as well, so I think I could have done it in like 1 hour and a half. So I guess in the end it's going to be close to like 900k to 1 mil an hour. So I got a lot of the rare drop table drops, like the ewes, lobsters, and the flax. I think the adamant ore was there as well. But apart from that, let's just take a look at the normal drops that they dropped. They dropped water talismans. They dropped these in just like stacks of 1. Also dropped coins, I think in stacks of 1.5k and 2k. So that added up to 474k. Cactus spines, how much are these worth each? If you can check, 8.5k, not bad. Summoning focus and a vital spark. I have no idea what those are or what those do. Apparently it's used to focus your summoning energy, boosting your summoning XP gain. I have no idea. What does this vital spark do? The essence of life trapped in a concentrated form. I have literally no idea. Guess I'm just gonna have to toy around with those after I finish this. But anyway, we also got 70 adamant swords, 32 rune maces, 3 soul talismans, 6 rune square shields, 1 uncut diamond, 1 dragon helm. Oh yeah, that was also from the rare drop table. And I guess the uncut diamonds from there as well. And maybe even the rune bars actually as well, because I only got 3 of them. So I did get quite a few rare drop table drops, like I said. And yeah, all in all, I guess it's decent. It's not like the highest level Slayer monster that there is. I wish I could do them. I wish I got 120 before Menaphos came out. But I took way too many breaks off playing Runescape over the past few months. And recently when I've been playing RuneScape, it's been on my Iron Man. So I kind of missed out. I wish I could be doing the highest level Slayer monster right now. And hopefully I can do the Slayer boss when it comes out, because I have the key already. Not sure if this is the only thing you need. I'm guessing it isn't. But I really don't know what the requirements of that are going to be, because I haven't searched up on Menaphos at all. I've just wanted it to be like a complete huge surprise. I just wanted to go into Menaphos and like explore everything firsthand. And honestly, that's made the update a lot more enjoyable for me. Also, this looting system is amazing. I wish I could just get this in every single Slayer dungeon. I don't even care if it gives me less money. I just hate picking stuff off the ground. And actually may have even saved me money, even though I'm getting 20% less drops. Because let's say if I picked up the adamant swords and the water talismans and maybe even these vital spark and summoning focuses, not sure if they're stackable or not, then I'd have to use a magic notepaper on them to keep them in my inventory. Either that or just use a yak to teleport it to the bank, but then that still costs money. So maybe this thing actually even did like save money, because I could just bank them all straight away from here. So it's probably more or less the same, except that you don't have to go through the hassle of picking everything up. So 500 kills later and we are here. We are done with the 1000 kills, and as you can see straight away from my inventory, I got 2 of those keys now, and I really have no idea how much these are worth. I think I'm just going to value them at like 500k. Reason being is because they were 350k earlier, and now they've gone up to 37.5k, so they're clearly on the rise, and I think they're going to hang around 500k. So whatever in the chest, let's just add 1 mil onto that from those keys, and let's find out what we got. From this, we got 3.8 mil. For the first 500 kills, we got around 2.1 mil, and then for the rest, we got 1.7. So it seems like we got luckier during the first 500 kills. And let's just take a look at some of the items that we ended on. We got 95 water talismans, 990k coins, 62 cactus spines, 120 summoning focuses, 142 adamant swords, 185 adamant ore, 59 rune maces, 5 soul talismans, 11 rune square shields, 11 vital sparks. And I actually found out what these vital sparks do. So apparently if you combine 1000 of these vital sparks together, you can make 3 different types of sigils. The first sigil is called the golden touch sigil, and when you're wearing this, all drops under your loot beam value will be high alked. And I assume that just means they'll high alch it automatically, so you don't have to go throughout the whole process of high alching the item yourself. So the first thing that pops into my mind when I think about that are spiritual mages. They drop a lot of alchables, and you can just do that and like AFK there basically. But then again, also a bad thing about that is that it may alch stuff that's not really worth alching, so you may actually like lose out money on that. Not really sure how everything works exactly, that's just what I'm being told. The second sigil is called the limitless sigil, and this is definitely the one that I'm aiming for. And when you're wearing this, you no longer need to reach 50% adrenaline before you use threshold abilities. Now, I'm not sure if these sigils only work within the Slayer dungeon, but if it doesn't and actually works outside the dungeon as well, then it completely removes the need for a Ring of Vigor. Because if you think about it, the main reason you use a Ring of Vigor is after like you berserk or something, you want to start with that little bit of adrenaline to get to your thresholds faster. But with this, as soon as you berserk, you can just use your threshold abilities at 0% adrenaline. So that is honestly like a crazy sigil, and like I said, that's definitely the one that I'm going to be aiming to go for, even if it is only able to be used within the Slayer dungeon, because whenever you get a task here, it's just going to be made that much easier. And the reason I think that these sigils only apply to the Slayer dungeon is because of the next sigil, and that is called the Unsullied sigil. What this does is that you maintain your corruption damage buff, but it prevents the monsters from taking advantage of your corruption status. So currently with the corruption mechanic, you take 25% more damage, but you also do 25% more damage. And what this will do is that you'll be able to do the 25% more damage, however the monsters won't be able to do 25% more damage to you. So as you can see, this one is just like solely linked to the Slayer dungeon, which is why I believe that the rest are too. But then again, maybe I'm completely wrong, maybe that one's the only one that's linked and the other two aren't. If any of you know about the situation of these sigils, please let me know, because I'm really interested. But anyway, and then I think the rest of the items are just the same as before. So scratch what I said earlier about me valuing the keys at 500k each. I was going to keep them for the boss, but I thought I just might as well make some money off of them right now since they're new, and they ended up selling on the Grand Exchange for 1.3 mil each. So I completely devalued them. We got 2.6 mil from just those keys, and on top of that, also finding out what the Vital Sparks do, I decided to sell them in the Grand Exchange to see how much money they are worth. Turns out each of the Vital Sparks are worth 170k each, so I got 1.8 mil from that. I'm really happy I decided to sell these things before I ended the video, because with this I've more than doubled the money that I've gained here. So how much did you actually end up gaining here? If we add everything together, the 2.6 mil from the keys, the 1.9 mil from the Vital Sparks, and the 3.8 mil from the price check, we made around 8.3 mil. However, it did cost 1.5 mil to buy the 1000 feathers, so if we take that away, we're left with 6.8 mil. And also, I almost forgot to mention, for the remainder of the 500 kills, I killed them with magic this time. And I'm pretty sure they went a lot faster, because I think I got around 350 to 400 kills in 1 hour. So in total, that means it took me around 3 hours to do, and that means I made around 2.2 mil an hour. And that's honestly better than I thought going into this. I imagine the loot is a lot better at the higher Slayer levels. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be testing out the loot of the lower level Slayer monsters. Let me know if you guys want to see that, because there are quite a few more that I can do. I think there's like 3 or 4 or even maybe 5 more that I can do. But I just imagine that this is going to be the best loot that I can get from these new Slayer monsters, mainly because these Feline Akhs are the highest level Slayer monster that I can fight. But yeah, like I said, if enough of you want to see it, then I'll do it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What do you guys think about this new Slayer dungeon? I haven't seen the whole of it, but I'm really looking forward to the Slayer boss that's going to come out soon. Like I said, I literally have no idea like what the requirements are, if Jagex have even announced the requirements yet, or like what it's going to drop or anything about it whatsoever. The only reason I know that there's a Slayer boss coming out is because I got this key and I googled it. So yeah, it should be fun nonetheless. And I think I'm going to end it here. I'm just going to stop rambling. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe if you're new, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace.